Every day of this new year, your specific person is going to fall more and more in love with you each and every single day. Hi, guys, my name is Kyle August, and I'm here to help you manifest your specific person in the quickest and easiest possible way. A lot of times throughout our manifestation, one of the main things we always run into, right? Because we want to assume the state regardless of what is happening in our external reality. But what then comes as a problem or a road bump of that? We begin to look at our external reality and we see, how can I assume a state if I'm not seeing it happen right out in front of me? Right? Many people have statements that they say during our coaching sessions of, I have no indication that this is happening. How do I know this is occurring? How do I know my specific person is missing me? And I'm going to explain an easy way to understand that and help you live in the end literally every single day of this new year, because every single day your specific person is falling more and more in love with you. So with that idea of looking out into our 3D, Neville Goddard talks about how the undisciplined mind finds it hard to assume a state that is denied by the senses. But that's exactly what we're going to do here. So think about, I want you to kind of do a little thought experiment with me for a moment. That's going to make it seem so much easier and allow you to remain in the state basically permanently if you really think about this on an everyday basis. Even just pondering this idea right now is going to be very good. I first want you to think about where you're at this current moment. Are you in your living room? Are you in your kitchen? Are you on a bus? Are you in a car? Are you someplace watching this video? Wherever you are at, I'm going to use the example of if you are sitting in your room, but kind of make this example fit your specific situation. And I'll give a few examples of that. Let's say you're sitting in your room right now. I would ask you at this current moment, can you see the kitchen of your house or your apartment from where you're at? If you say no, this is perfect. But if you can, then think of something else. Let's say you're in the car. Can you see your house from where you are at? And it must be something that is outside of your conscious awareness. This is going to make this example make a whole lot of sense and make you realize you absolutely can be in the wish-fulfilled state all the time. So again, let's do that room example. Let's say you're in your room, the door is closed. You cannot see your kitchen. So my next question is going to be, how do you know your kitchen exists? And you'd say, well, it's a part of my apartment or my house or whatever it is. And it's always there, right? I saw it before. It's still there. I'm assuming it is still there. Again, the main thing I want you to get out of that sentence is that we're assuming it's still there. And I would then ask, so what 3D indication do you have that your kitchen exists? Or again, if you're in a car, it's your house, or maybe you can pick something on the other side of the world. I would say, what 3D indication do you have right now that your kitchen exists? And you would have to say, well, none, right? It's just an assumption that we're making. And you guys might see where I'm going with this. So if we are then to make that assumption of our kitchen, that of course it's there, why would it not be there? And we make that assumption regardless of any external indication, nothing in our 3D reality is telling you your kitchen is there. Why can't we do this with our specific person? Why do we feel this inherent need to constantly get confirmation about us being with our specific person, right? If you make that assumption, then it is fact in your reality. In the same way, right now, you are making that assumption that your kitchen exists, even though there's no indication of it being there, right? And if we were to basically copy the same exact actions we do towards our specific person, towards our kitchen, you would say, you would need proof. You'd be like, if you live with people or your family or your roommates, you'd be like, send me a picture of the kitchen to prove it's still there. Maybe you might even get up from your room to run downstairs or run outside to be like, okay, the kitchen is still there, right? We would need constant indication, constant confirmation that it is there. But again, it's not how we act towards our kitchen, or again, whatever you used in this example. Another thing that even you're like, oh, well, I see my kitchen all the time. So like maybe that's too obvious of an example. You're like, psh, that's easy though. I see my kitchen all the time. I get 3D indication all the time about that. Well, then use that example about something that is across the world or on the other side of the globe. A really good example is Antarctica. You know Antarctica exists. You assume it's there, right? It's obviously one of the 7 continents, right? It's like it's there. But what indication have you had that Antarctica is there? Now, of course, our assumptions create it to be there. But again, you have less indication towards Antarctica than you are with your specific person, and you believe in Antarctica without a doubt. Now, I'm not saying, oh, Antarctica doesn't exist. What I'm saying is you are assuming Antarctica as a continent is there. I mean, like, there's not even like pictures. It's just on a map. I mean, I'm sure there's pictures like of it and satellite pictures. But other than that, it's like, what indication are you getting? I'm sure you've spoken with, seen, heard of, interacted with your specific person. If you hadn't, it doesn't mean you can't manifest them, but it's just you have most likely way more indication for that of your specific person than you do of Antarctica. And again, of your kitchen right now, you don't, it technically exists in a quantum state. Now, again, this idea is it's kind of fun to deal with, but it's really going to have us reevaluate the way that we look and feel towards our specific person and then towards other things. Because like I mentioned, it technically exists in a quantum state. And physics has proved that things outside of our conscious awareness don't contain all of the characteristics that you would assume to be permanent. So right now, your specific person is literally whatever you assume them to be, just like your kitchen, and it's in the same state. Now, would you say when you go down to your kitchen, are you worried that there's going to be an empty vessel, or it's going to be completely void down there? Are you fearful of what you're going to encounter when you reach your kitchen? You would say no, but we do this with our specific person. So this year, I want you guys to utilize this aspect to remain in the state every single day and have your specific person create this assumption. Your specific person falls more and more in love with you every single day. Make this absolute promise to yourself and move into the new year with this in mind. Absolutely do not, with no doubts, with no worry, become this, have this assumption, and you guys are going to see crazy, absolutely amazing, awesome results. You guys are going to be commenting your success stories, emailing them to me. But this is absolutely something I want you guys to take absolutely seriously when it comes to this next year. Every single day, your specific person loves you more and more. And with this idea, it makes it seem like we are most likely overcomplicating the manifestation process. It truly is and can be easy and effortless. You guys hear me open up every single one of my videos with that statement because it is honestly true. Not only do you get, that's why I love manifestation. Not only are you going to get exactly what you desire, you get to be loving, positive, and abundant throughout the whole process. The more we exhibit and assume the state, again, which in our end state, we're going to be feeling love, we're going to be feeling positivity, we're going to feel abundance. Those 3 things. Have that gratitude, even throw that one in there. All those emotions we will be feeling in our end state. So if we can assume that state right now and feel all those emotions, we are going to move closer and closer to our specific person. Truly, you already have that manifestation alive within you. But this is right now, make a promise to yourself. This is an assumption. Everyone watching this video gets this assumption automatically. If you're watching it, this is the assumption of the new year. Your specific person falls more and more in love with you every single day, without fail, more and more. On January 1st, it started, 2nd, even more, 3rd, and continuous, and so on and so forth. It never ends into the next year, into the years after, when you guys are together, when you guys are married, when you guys have kids, it still goes. You now have this assumption without a doubt. If you ever have anxiety or worry, say, nope, I can't worry about this. Kyle gave me this assumption, so it must be so. So I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic new year. I wanted to make this video kind of before, hopefully it gets up before the new year. But depending on your time zone, happy new year already. But if you guys have any questions about this, leave it in the comment section below, or you can reach out to me at kyleaugustcoaching.com. It's also where I have one-on-one coaching. Also, make sure to check out my TikTok, which is Manifestation. Man, if you like this video and are excited for the new year and really want that assumption to be yours, give a thumbs up on this video and make sure to subscribe so I can see and hear about all of your progress with your specific person this year, because they are falling more and more in love with you each and every day. But like I always say, I'll see you guys next time.